The name behind the hands today is Bianca. I'm going to be going through some of the items in the makeup kit today. So not everything is here. There are a few extra items such as other lip liner colors and like the cosmetic case that the bag comes in and the makeup brushes. But we've got here some disposable mascara wands. We have the palette and the palette tool. We have the lip liner, lip gloss, mascara. We have the adhesive glue, which is for the strip lashes. So there's an individual ones and then the strip lash. Some makeup sponges. We have the foundation palette. We have the color correction palette, lip colors, brush cleanser, some HD cream liner. We have the eyeshadow palettes and then some extra contouring powder palette, and then we have the eyebrow powder palette. So now we'll go through some unboxing and I'll show you them in more detail. Okay, we'll probably start off with the biggest item. So this is the eyeshadow compact palette. So this one comes in your kit. It does come with a little brush in there as well, generally because you'll be getting more products, or more brushes, I should say. So perfect for a beginner. You can always add to your kit as well. So this isn't gonna be the eyeshadow that you're gonna use forever. You'll use different brands, different shades, different textures as well, because you can get like glitters and things like that too. All right, let's go off to the next product. Here we've got the eyebrow powder palette, so hence eyebrow, to fill in the eyebrow area. Now this one can double up as your contouring. These nails, I can't open anything. Please don't wreck your nails. It does come in with a little angle brush in there as well. So as you can see, probably like more so these shades could double up as contouring as well for a client that prefers powder contouring. You can also use them as eyeshadow pigments as well. You'll find that makeup, once you get to know and play with it more, it is so multi-purpose or multi-use. Now this one is another powder palette. So like I was mentioning before, that the eyebrow one can double up as your contouring. This one is for blush, contouring and highlight. So there's a shade in there that's a little bit more shimmer based. So go from here, so more contouring shades, blush as well, and then your highlight. And then, so important, obviously makeup looks its best when your skin looks its best. So this is a primer. So you would use this obviously on top of skincare. So you'd have your moisturizer on SPF, but a primer or an underbase is what you would put on before you apply any other makeup products. So it's a pump bottle as well, so super easy to dispense on the palette that comes in the kit as well. In the kit, you will only get one of these palettes, but they do come in different color shades or color wheels. It says Ultra Foundation Color Circle. All right, so I'm just gonna open this one up just to show you a little better. Kryolan, the way they manufacture their products, they are hand poured. So the little bit of barrier or the film that's come on the top of that product, it's just your oil essentially. So don't be alarmed by this. It's completely normal for this to happen during the process, but I'm just showing you the colors a little bit more. So generally your color correction goes by color theory and the color palette. So you would generally have an opposite color. I'll give you an example. If you're trying to cover up redness, you would use something that has more of a green tone. So hence with your colors like down here, purple, under eye circles, you'd use your yellow or anything with peach. So that's how this color correction wheel works. Now the palette as well that comes in the kit, you can actually use that too to mix multiple colors together. So you don't have to just necessarily use the one on any given area, but super handy. Like I said before, I use it, you know, all over my face and just for spot correction too. And now another product. So we have the lip wheel. Now this one here does come in a variety of colors as well. So that can be a selection of either what's available or what you're given in your kit. So this one here, like before, I'll just unscrew this a little bit so you can see the colors. Same again. You can mix these, decant them onto a palette, and then you would apply them with your makeup brushes, used with lip liner and lip gloss, even lipsticks as well, if you have more like say matte products that you wanted to use, but these are more of your cream-based lip products. So we've got a HD cream liner. So this one comes in a little tub. Now you'd be using your brushes or like angled brushes to use this product. Same thing again, you decant these onto a palette because you don't want to dip anything directly into the pot because then it's going to come like really unhygienic. So yeah, you can use different brushes to apply that with and different areas on the eye as well. So you could use it for upper eye like winged liner or the waterline, so underneath with the bottom lashes. And then we've got here your lip pencils. So these will come in an array of colors. Lip liners are so versatile. Like you can use them for lips, eyes, brows, everywhere really that you wanted to. Obviously depending on the color that's available and you know what your client wants as well. So this one's a nude. So generally I would use that just for lips, or if someone, maybe a client who has quite fair hair, they're quite blonde, you could even use that to fill in the brow slightly as well. Another thing with liners, yes, you can use them on every client, but you need to make sure that you are sharpening it before and after use. And then wipe the area with a tissue too, just to keep it hygienic and safe for every client. And then we have our lip gloss. So this one too just helps to give the effect of having larger lips. When you apply this on top of a color, like a colored product, it's just going to enhance the area. Like with most makeup, never use the applicator that comes with it. Always use a disposable product. So something that you can use once on that client, throw it away, and then obviously you would close it back up. Same goes for the mascara. This is the perfect example for what we would use the disposable mascara ones with, and I'll show you why. With each client, you would obviously remove the original wand and then you would actually get a disposable item, one per client. You would take off the disposable, obviously apply it like you would, and then use that one mascara wand for each client. So you really have to make sure that you work a lot of product in to be able to use that one applicator for that client. We're rolling through these. One more, which probably I think gets confused quite a bit, that there's no foundation in the kit. They're just cream-based products, that's all. So professional products come, you know, in a variety of powder, cream, liquids. These are just cream form. So similar with your little color wheels, these ones can just provide that little bit more coverage, and they do provide a lot more camouflage. So think of someone who either maybe has some blemishes or wants to even their tone a little bit more. Same again, you can mix the different colors to suit the client as well. So everyone has different undertones, skin tones, hair color, preferences also. So just really utilize that palette and mix the colors up when you need to. Then we have our lashes. This also comes with the adhesive glue. Now this one, it does come out white, but it does dry clear. Don't be too alarmed about that if it's coming out and it's colored and you're worried that you're gonna see it on the client. You only need the tiniest amount of glue. You obviously either apply it with a cotton tip on the area, dry, and then apply it to the eye area. These two different styles have different uses as well. So some people want a more dramatic look, and that's where you'd go with like the fuller set with the strip lash. So we're saying more, you know, a evening look. Bridal makeup still does wear or use strip lashes, but sometimes, and probably more so quite recently, the individual ones have become more popular with brides because you can tailor them and customize them to each client. So generally you could, you know, take off maybe anywhere between 3 to 5 of the individual lashes and place them more towards the end of the eye, the outer corners, and that gives a really, really flattering makeup look. And then we have our little makeup sponge applicators. So these can be used to apply products. I'm just going to rip out one so you can see. So they can be used to apply product. They can be used for concealer, foundation, for blending, for patching up any areas. Say for instance, if you want to, you've already used this on a client's face with foundation and concealer, and then you're going in with their eye makeup, you could even hold it against their face so you're not using your fingers. This can be used for blending. You can dampen it with a little bit of water. I recommend to not use them all the time, as in try to either use it on a client and give it to them to take it home. You can wash them, but sometimes when you are washing them, you just don't know how much bacteria is gonna stay in that sponge, that's all, because obviously the water gets trapped in there and then it dries over time. So that's just something to consider. And then we have our trusty old palette. So the makeup palette in here, how am I actually gonna get this out? So you can use it for powders, you can use it for the creams, the foundations, the color correction wheel, and it does have a little spatula in here. If you're struggling to get this out, well, if I am now, you will push it out from the bottom and then it will come out from the top. So yeah, you can use this little tool just to pick up the product. So I'll try and give like an example here. So you would almost like scrape it off, place some on. You could decant some more if you wanted to color mix as well. Great thing about these as well, super easy to clean. So wipe it with a damp cloth, use isopropyl alcohol, clean everything in between uses so you're not using the same item or a dirty item on every client. I'm gonna struggle to get this back in now. Well, it was really stuck in there, so glad we could show that. And then you have your brush cleaner. So this one can be used to like in between uses. Generally, I would put a little bit on a tissue and then you almost swirl like your brush in the tissue. So you'd almost like just fold it into a square, pour a little bit, and then in between each client, you would just swirl the brush around just to clean in between. Okay, so now guys, lovely to meet you. Thanks for coming along and watching our little video about the makeup products. Subscribe, comment, and like to see more videos and more of my nails, because they're really nice, aren't they? You meant to agree?